May I now request our resource person, Sir Mr. Keshav Agarwal of Exemplar Point Private Limited to come over the dais. So please. Next, may I take this opportunity to request our respected Sir Sri Viseshwar Kumukjan, MCS, Additional Step Project Director, Samagra Section, and Additional Director Valley, Director of Education is to come over the dais. Thank you, sir.
Possible. So now we start with our career presentation. So today physiotherapy is very, very demanding. Microbiology, you know who studied about COVID virus? The biologist, virologist. So microbiology, it's not that you go for that. People need support. Doctors, MBBS cannot do without researchers. Microbiology has come up. But if you're planning for a medical, my opinion, you should have physics, chemistry, bio. If you are focused, this and English. There is no choice. Then we go to non-med. Next year onwards, government is planning to do away with chemistry for engineering entrance exams. They are trying to focus only on physics and maths, like in pilot exam. For becoming a pilot, you need only maths and physics. Now you can see NDA, the National Defense Academy, the NDA exam. And this is one important career, architecture. Then you have NATA examination, the Architecture Institute, and the good news is it was an offline paper, and from this year the paper has become offline. And another good news is NATA is conducting exam 3 times a year, April, May and July. CUET I'll be discussing for commerce and humanities in detail because that is what they will need. Without that, nothing is possible for them. So if you're a commerce or a humanities student, you should take applied maths, not the normal core maths. It's not going to help you. Applied maths is something which will help you a lot. Yeah, common university entrance test. Now compulsory for almost all colleges. And by next year, I don't think even private colleges any left. Now, the humanities students can have for a lot of career options. Humanities is much better in terms of career options. You should take political science, geography, at least these 2 subjects, English, economics, history, and maths if you can, applied maths. So this all are good subjects which will fetch you good jobs. Now, this is the pattern I'll tell you. I have written entrance pattern. CLAT is law, BMS is management, BFI is finance, and HM is hotel management. Up to 10th, if you have maths, you can appear for this 4 entrance exam. It's a multiple choice objective question. So there are a lot of things which we can do. Today I was really short of time, otherwise definitely I would have gone ahead and mixed a lot of things. But definitely we'll see you next time again. Thank you so much for being so patient and listening to me, right? And it was wonderful having you guys. Thank you so much. I love you all from the core of my heart. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Let us give a big round of applause for Keshav Agarwal, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Hi, good evening everyone. My name is Yash Ravasa and today we are in Bhimkal, Manipur. So after attending session from Mr. Keshav Agarwal, a career counselor coach from Delhi, and we have one driver director, and Mr. Nanda Kumar Singh. He is a director of education Asadi in Samagra Shiksha. So, sir, I want to ask that how was your experience after attending about 10 minutes? I cannot just give the system and I say stay after the hand system. It was different. We are really happy to be and to this answer everything.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
So, how was your experience after attending today's session?
It was wonderful. You guys have met the day special one with many innovative ideas and knowledge. We really loved it.
Keshav Agarwal, Director of Exemplar Point Private Limited and a veteran of memory enhancement. He completed his MBA from IMT Ghaziabad and 1-year certification in data science from IIT Chennai. Enterprising mentor, pioneer of career counseling, with 25 years of glorious experience in teaching mathematics.
और कॉमर्स वाला कहता है नौकरी तो मैंने दे दी है, आज तू आईटी कर ले, कोई बात नहीं है, इंजीनियरिंग फैक्ट्री तो मेरी चलाएगा, तो that's all is a lighter note.
I think this session was a very fruitful session. I saw Sir's session way back in the year 2015. 2015, right, sir? When our first batch of class 11s and 12s were there. So today what I have seen is much more of what I was awed with then.
Good morning. I am at the Royal Global School, and after attending Keshav Agarwal ji's workshop, we have got the student from Royal Global School. We have Janvi. So, Janvi, how are you?
Sir, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Janvi, just have to say that how was your experience? What exactly was your mind like?
So, like, my experience was great. It was a great learning session, to be honest. Sir showed us many ways to think critically. He showed us many career opportunities that we can have with our subject combinations. For the ones who are confused with how to proceed with their futures and everything. He showed how to manage our time judicially. And he showed many new programs which RGS is going to introduce in the coming days for us. So, which is going to be great help. Indeed, it was a great session.
Now we have Srishti with us, and I'm going to ask her that how do you feel about all this memory enhancement technique? It was quite interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, please share your experience.
Well, I've never seen anything quite like this before because I personally suffer with memorizing stuff a lot and it's quite difficult. And then the way he showed us new techniques, how to memorize things, it's quite useful. So I would love to learn more about this.
0.01 to the power 365 कितना होता है? कैलकुलेट करना 37.4 आएगा. Why I am telling you? तुम हर दिन ध्यान से सुनना 1 घंटा पढ़ते हो सपोज, तुम अपना पर 1% एफर्ट बढ़ा दो हर दिन तो तुम्हारा आउटपुट 37 टाइम्स बढ़ता है मैथमेटिकली. 1 raised to 365 1 ही होता है, लेकिन 1 को 1% बढ़ाता हूं तो 1.01. सो एवरी डे इन योर लाइफ, स्टूडेंट हो चाहे टीचर, 1% एफर्ट बढ़ा दो, योर आउटपुट इज 37.4 टाइम्स मोर. 1% कम कर दे तो क्या हो जाएगा जानते हो? 0.99 raised to 365, 0.03 आता है. आउटपुट डिक्रीजेस 97%. आउटपुट डिक्रीजेस.
So we have brought this platform, and today we have with us Mr. Keshav Agrawal, who is an educationist and who has always helped children understand their choices, their careers, their ambitions, and help them to choose a right career, a right stream. Mr. Keshav Agrawal has been doing it for decades and is also a very famous and known personality who is often visible on NDTV and other national news channels also, always giving his point of view, helping children understand their priorities in life related to education. So thank you all for joining us, and this is over to Mr. Keshav Agrawal.
Thank you ma'am, thanks a lot for your words, and each of them meant a lot. And as you said, one of the important things that nothing should be forced upon. So before even we go ahead today with the options, discussions vis-a-vis new education policy,
good morning everybody. Namaskar. Respected principal ma'am, teachers and my dear students. Today we are here to talk on one of your things which you don't like, studies. But today what we are going to present before you is something which you will love. And next year for 11th especially, we are trying to introduce high-level coaching for medical, engineering and CLAT. We have already started with mass communication, hotel management. There are so many courses. So we'll have BBA, hotel management, mass communication, law entrance, design also will introduce. So we'll try to give you all possible entrance exam, not just the engineering, medical.
CBSE cannot be off the hook so quickly. Mr. Keshav Agarwal is with us. I believe Mr. Keshav Agarwal, I believe you got a copy of this leaked paper yesterday. Did you get it on social media as a forward? Did somebody, send it to you as a printout? What happened?
Yes, now a little bit. These leaks were happening right from the business studies paper. They did not start yesterday, first of all. First leak came to our knowledge for business study paper. CBSE denied it. That did not happen. As you said, now Manish Sisodia himself tweeted about accounts paper. WhatsApp was circulated way before, and again they denied it. Their logic was the seal of the paper was not tampered and hence no leak.
Doubts have been created on the credibility itself.
You made a valid point that it is all about the credibility of the board.
Yes.
CBSE was one of the most reputed boards.
Yes.
People place their blind trust that look, CBSE
Yes.
can never go wrong, and here you have a board which has been breached. Mafias have laid hands on them, and only with the help of a technology in the age of WhatsApp, you have things like this happening. But as Mr. Agarwal was just mentioning, that you have a parallel system where you have racketeers, you have textbook mafias, you have tutorials. Now here you represent exemplar tutorial. I am not blaming your tutorial, and neither would I get into doing that. But my point is that how does an education system in India allow these parallel structures to come up? What is forcing, what has gone wrong within the system that these kind of parallel structures come up and they, force the system as such that students, they lay hands on their papers, then cheating mafias exist. So what is really wrong in the system then?
See, as far as system is concerned, what we see from these paper leaks, they are place-centered. So if you see CBSE leak, it all happened in Delhi.
Right.
Like sir was talking of FCI, it happened in Madhya Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh is conducting. So there is an information leak which makes people around much easier to do it. So if you make those informations very easily available, kaun paper bana raha hai, where it is happening, so in that place, everybody, those who are busy doing this, get into action. And human touch whenever it is there, and more the touch, the levels, then definitely like CBSE, the levels of printing, transportation, storage, these three are very vulnerable. I don't know whether they have their own printing press or not. Because these three are because see, the papers which were leaked this time were not some hours before.
Before I go to Amita.
Saurabh Shukla also joins us with some parents and student. What reaction are you seeing there, Saurabh?
I have joined by a teacher also. Sir, ये स्टूडेंट्स हैं, ये जैसे कि कह रहे हैं कि पहले करा लेना चाहिए था लेकिन अभी ठीक है, तो टीचर के तौर पर स्टूडेंट्स क्या कह रहे हैं आपसे?
See, in this uncertain atmosphere, it is very correct to cancel the exam right now because already exam anxiety would have been there, but the more anxiety would have come with the pandemic. How they would go exam and that fear that they may get infected. So at moment it is the best decision, and there is a second provision here, the improvement exam. If I am not satisfied with my marks once the CBSE allots me on certain basis of previous exams and pre-board, then I always have an option of giving improvement exam, and by 2 months odd, I think situation will improve drastically. And moreover, they also need to decide about this IIT, JEE, NEET exams because, and there are also gap year students who are more worried.
हमारे साथ इनके टीचर हैं, उनसे बात करते हैं वो इसको कैसे देखते हैं। केशव जी, आपसे हम पहले ये बात करते रहे, कैसे देखते हैं इस पूरे असेसमेंट पॉलिसी को?
देखिए, ये पहली चीज़ तो देर आए दुरुस्त आए, लेकिन इसमें कई सारी खामियां हैं। ये प्रेशर कम करने वाला नहीं है, प्रेशर बढ़ा चुका है। अब CBSE ने इसमें अगर आप देखें, आप लिखा है कि हम सिलेबस अभी रिलीज़ करेंगे जुलाई तक, तो पहले तो सिलेबस आएगा, टीचर्स को भी अवेयर नहीं है। कुछ टीचर्स ने हर सब्जेक्ट में अलग अलग पोर्शन अभी ले लिया है, तो यहाँ पर आप देखिए ये कह रहे हैं जो नवंबर में एग्ज़ाम होंगे वो सिलेबस बाद में नहीं आएगा। तो इसका मतलब पहले ये तो डिसाइड हो कि पढ़ाना क्या है। जिन स्कूलों ने अलग अलग पढ़ा दिया वो एक प्रॉब्लम है। दूसरी चीज़, जो JEE मेन की परीक्षा होती है जनवरी में, उसमें पूरा सिलेबस आता है, तो क्या आप उसका भी सिलेबस आधा करेंगे? आपको ये भी अभी क्लियर करना ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि इसमें तो बच्चा 50% ही पढ़ेगा नवंबर तक।
और कल CBSE की 12वीं की परीक्षा रद्द होने के बाद लाखों बच्चों ने राहत की सांस ली।
क्या होना चाहिए? हमने बच्चों को सुना, बच्चे कह रहे हैं जैसे कि आर्यन ने बोला कि बोर्ड एग्जाम्स उसको एंट्रेंस अगर DO में होता तो बेटर होता, परफॉर्म करके नंबर ले लेता।
इसमें जो मेरी समझ है कि 10th के मार्क्स भी आपको कुछ क्राइटेरिया लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि एक वो पैरामीटर होता है। मैं शुरू से कहता हूँ, 1 साल की स्टडी कभी भी बच्चे को मार्क्स नहीं देने चाहिए। तो ये अच्छी बात है, ये सब ले रहे हैं, लेकिन अब जब हम क्राइटेरिया लेते हैं 10th का, कई बच्चे होते हैं जिनकी मैथमेटिक्स अच्छी नहीं होती, 10th तक कंपलसरी है, वो लेते हैं फिर छोड़ देते हैं। अब 12th में उनके पास मैथ्स ही नहीं है। अगर मैं 10th के सारे मार्क्स लेने जाऊंगा तो उसमें मैथ्स भी होगा, हो सकता है उसमें वो 40 ला रहा हो, बाकी में 90। तो हम खाली 10th में ये भी देखें, जब मार्क्स लें, वो सब्जेक्ट जो बच्चे ने 11th 12th में लिया ही नहीं है वो हम ले ही नहीं, उसको हटा दें।
कम किए गए पाठ्यक्रम के आधार पर ही ली जाएं, लेकिन जानकारों की माने तो पिछली परीक्षाओं के आधार पर मूल्यांकन से 12वीं की परीक्षा दे रहे छात्रों को समस्या हो सकती है।